Hello, it is week 12 of us opening vaults. And we're starting off with the Demon Hunter. It looks like we get a sword with crit mastery avoidance. It is good, but it is not... I mean, it's definitely a replacement to like my old Poxstorm for now. I definitely get more damage value out of it. The only problem is I don't think I'm going to use it long term because of how mastery heavy it is. Ideally, I wouldn't use that. I think the play is like a Poxstorm. You either run double Poxstorm or you run one Poxstorm and then like just a kind of random weapon with good secondary stats. But we'll still take this. I mean, it's like a solid upgrade. I'm not going to complain about it. It still is a good overall upgrade. Just throw an enchant on that real quick before I swap tunes. And it's a really cool transmog that I don't think I had yet, so that's cool. All right. Sad news is that my monk does not have a vault this week, so we're going to be skipping over my monk. I'm very sorry to all my fellow Mistweaver players. I just didn't have time in my week, being sick and stuff, to get that done. But we are now recovered, and hopefully this week I'll be able to do a little bit better on how many options I get for characters. I don't even think I have a single character that got 3 options because I just didn't do enough keys, but that's okay. Some weeks we just don't play as much. Loading screen boss. Here we go. Holy Paladin. I did happen to get on my Paladin, actually. Let me close out of this real quick. I did happen to get a Soleo secret technique with Leech on it the other night. So that's absolutely huge. So now my Paladin finally has 2 really good trinkets. And I already have weapon offhand. So really all I'm looking for on my Paladin is just like higher eye level of the gear I already have. Like all the gear I have is pretty much best in slot at this point. The rings, the random pieces, all of that is what I want the most. And speaking of, this is another really good necklace. So it's not the Haste Verse neck, which is technically the best in slot, but it's still totally fine. The versatility is definitely going to suck losing out on. But it is okay because it is a flat eye level gain. I wonder if I actually want to take this. That's actually the real question because I do lose haste. You know what? I think I'm actually going to forego taking this, even though it's an item level upgrade, because I really want a higher eye level version of the neck I already have, because the verse is just too valuable when you get into higher and higher keys. So losing haste and gaining crit and losing all my verse is not something I'd like to do. So I'm just going to take tokens because I need to start working on getting sockets anyways for all my pieces of gear, like my rings and stuff. So we're just going to take some tokens and are fine with that because I want to start working towards sockets anyways. So I'd rather take a socket than a minor like potential upgrade or basically like a side grade, because at one point I'm going to need to replace that anyways and use the haste first neck anyways. And I'm going to start kind of having that mindset on all my characters of trying to take tokens when I pretty much can, because the tokens are going to allow me to get sockets, and that in the long run is going to make my character like, you know, I'm going to need those sockets eventually anyways. So if there's items where I'm like, it's not amazing, or it's not even an upgrade, or it's very, very close to maybe being an upgrade, then I'm just going to take tokens in those cases so that we can get those sockets sooner rather than later. Now we're on the Druid. Haste Mastery Cloak, we don't take that, so we just take the tokens. Got a 23 mist. That's pretty good. But it is inspired this week, which kind of sucks. Honestly, the strategy for dealing with inspired in Mist of Tyrannus Scythe is you just pull the packs with the inspired in them, because it takes too much time not to do that. And then you just make sure you have 3 Blood Elves in your group. and you just rotate who uses Arcane Torrent every time the heal cast goes off. And yeah, that's pretty much the play. All right, now we got Shaman. What do we get on the Shaman? Crit Haste Gloves, which I already have, 278 of the tier, and Crit Mastery Boots, which I already have better boots. So that is another option for tokens. It's looking like I'll have to look back. Oh, we got a Gambit. I don't know how that key is with Inspiring. I actually haven't ran it on Inspiring. I don't know how many tokens I have on all my characters, but after I'm done opening these vaults, I'm going to go back and go through each character and see if I can get sockets on a few of them, because I'm pretty sure at least a couple of my healers now have enough tokens to buy like a socket or two. So that is what I will do. Probably just start putting the sockets on like the rings first, and then we'll work from there, depending on what other pieces we have. But we definitely prioritize 278 pieces, so I don't have to re-get sockets again. I'd rather just put the socket slot on an item that I'm going to have for the rest of the patch no matter what, and then not worry about it anymore, instead of having to buy multiple sockets for the same piece. And then the last character is my priest, which also only has one option, unfortunately. But that is okay. We'll try to do better this week for how many vaults we get. And we get a 278 tier piece, which I believe I already have. No, I do not. Okay, this is just a flat upgrade, so we take this. That's fine with me. It's a flat 6 eye level upgrade, and we also get a 24 streets. I also haven't done streets on Inspiring, so I don't know how that would be either. Awesome. Then that is it for the vaults. Make sure you stop by the community section on my YouTube channel, because I'm having like a poll running right now. Currently it's looking like I might do like an off series of playing a tank and just pugging my way up as a tank on like a character that I haven't really played before, or maybe a tank I already have. I can just start kind of with wherever they are and then work my way up. But I'd have like it'd be basically inspired by the Night Fae Holy Paladin series that I started last patch and didn't really get a chance to finish because I did it towards the end of the patch. So I might do that again, especially as this expansion drags on. I want to come up with ideas or like series that I can kind of do to keep myself busy and also provide entertaining but still educational content for healers, even if it's not necessarily healing content. Like if I'm playing a tank, I still want to have the ideas and discussion points of like, how do we view this in the perspective of a healer, or like now we're looking at a perspective of a tank, and this is how we can, you know, break that apart and take something from it and benefit as healers now, knowing and seeing like, you know, how a tank plays and stuff like that. So just let me know what you think about that, if you want me to do it, if you don't want me to, and like what tank class you'd want to see if I do that. And then also I had some people who were interested in like me playing a DPS class and doing the same thing with like a spin-off series, which honestly we have plenty of time to get around to before the new expansion comes out with like this season and even next season, because there's going to be a season 4. So maybe at the very start of season 4 is when I'll like pick up the other series that I didn't initially do. And then this season we'll start with whatever people want us to see the most. So just let me know what tanks, if any, stand out to you as you'd like me to play in a Pugging series. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.